must say that I'm always fascinated by what movies actors love. Now, take Clint Eastwood, for instance. Clint is 94 years of age now. He's just directed another movie called Juror 2. I think it's coming out later this year in 2024. But Clint Eastwood is an American icon, and he's one of the most celebrated cowboy actors in American history. And Clint really has done so much for cinema. And I think people have always wondered, what did Clint Eastwood think of John Wayne? And guys, as we know, the two icons never worked together. But Clint has mentioned over the years what his favourite John Wayne Western is. Now, if you don't know this information, Clint Eastwood absolutely adores an early John Wayne film, one from 1948 called Red River. And I've seen it a few times over the years, and I think it's just wonderful. And this is a cattle drive movie, and as we all know, Clint spent a good time doing a cattle drive TV series, Rawhide, and that was a really great show. I spent considerable time watching Rawhide on DVD a few years back, and they're still great to watch today. They're these, very entertaining 45-minute episodes. They tell a fairly concise story in that time frame. There's some great acting. There's some intriguing plots. Clint, it's just wonderful to see him young. But I think that Red River must have strong appeal to Clint because he did that TV series for so long, Rawhide. And when it comes to cattle drive movies, this is, up there. This is one of the best cattle drive movies, Red River. Now, Red River was this sprawling movie by Howard Hawks that looks at a cattle drive from Texas to Kansas. And John Wayne's in it, Monty Clift is in it, Walter Brennan is in it, and Joanne Drew is also in there. And John Wayne looks old in Red River. He's playing an older cowboy, and they've made him up, and they want Montgomery Clift to stand out as that young guy. And in Red River, Duke Wayne plays a pretty hard-headed guy. I mean, he's been on the trail for 14 plus years, and he sort of runs into trouble with his adopted son, played by Monty Clift. And it's a very dramatic film, and there's this interesting father and son dynamic. As tensions fuel, they're kind of at odds with each other, and there's just so much emotion going on in Red River. So there's a lot to enjoy about Red River. Howard Hawks was a wonderful filmmaker. So it really is an engrossing film, solid storytelling here, and the acting, really, that's, why you watch a movie like this. There's just great performances on display. I think it's definitely one of Wayne's better performances. Montgomery Clift is really good in it. He's solid. And Montgomery Clift, this is kind of where he really took the world by storm, in a sense. And he did so well in his role as Duke's adopted son. And he just dug in and gave it. And Walter Brennan is a favourite of mine. I think Walter, as usual, delivers the goods. But Red River is Clint Eastwood's favourite John Wayne Western. And he really picked a good one because it's a Western that deserves your attention. I watched Red River again a few years ago now. I saw it pop up on streaming, and what turned me on to watching it again, I mean, it's a great movie, but it said that it was a colorized version. And I can always remember watching Red River over the years in black and white, and I thought, well, okay, this is something different. I'll check out the colorized version of Red River. And it looked really good. I thought it was a great print of the film. I can't remember what streaming service I saw it on. Maybe it was Amazon Prime, I'm not so sure. But there's a colour print out there, and it was really, really good to see. The colours were vibrant, Duke looked good. And do you remember there was a time there in the 80s where they decided to computer colorize all of these old black and white films, and some of them didn't look so good when they did the colorization of them. They just weren't up to par, and some people were calling it vandalism back in the 80s, and they didn't want these old black and white films touched. And what I'll say is I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know when they colorized this. It would have been, I think, past the 80s because it looks so good. But I really enjoyed watching it in colour. It was almost like watching a new film. But I loved it in black and white. I enjoyed it as well in colour. And whether you watch it in black and white or colour, take your choice. But definitely watch Red River. And Red River is a fantastic film. It's really engaging. The performances are great. And if Clint Eastwood tells you that Red River is the best John Wayne Western, well, for those of you that haven't experienced Red River, take it from Clint. And I will second that. I will tell you now, it is just a great movie. It's a really interesting character piece. It's full of great performances. There's a little bit of action here, but this is really, a cattle drive movie. But you come to understand these characters, appreciate who they are, and as the plot develops, it's fascinating to find out their motivations. And I think the last 10 minutes of Red River really packs a wallop. So that's Eastwood's favourite John Wayne Western, a really, really nice choice from Clint. And it may not be my favourite John Wayne Western, but it's certainly a great one.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang. But in the meantime, please check out these other episodes.